One dark and stormy night, a young couple named Mark and Emily found themselves low on gas as they drove along a desolate stretch of road. With no other options in sight, they reluctantly pulled into winding road fuel stop, hoping to quickly fill up and be on their way. As they approached the pump, they noticed something peculiar. There was no attendant in sight. The gas station appeared eerily deserted, with only the dim glow of the flickering lights overhead to guide them. Mark hesitated for a moment but decided to proceed with pumping gas, thinking that the attendant might have stepped away momentarily. As the fuel flowed into their tank, the wind howled outside, intensifying the feeling of isolation. Suddenly, a cold chill ran down Emily's spine as she noticed movement out of the corner of her eye. She turned her head, her heart pounding, only to find that the gas station attendant had materialized beside her. The attendant's presence was unnerving. Their face was pale, almost devoid of color, and their eyes held a haunting emptiness. Emily tried to speak, but her words caught in her throat. Mark, too, felt a wave of apprehension wash over him as he gazed upon the enigmatic figure. Without uttering a single word, the attendant motioned for Mark and Emily to follow them inside the gas station's convenience store. Reluctantly, they complied, their curiosity outweighing their unease. Inside, the store was dimly lit, casting long shadows across the aisles. The shelves were stocked with dusty, expired products, giving the impression of a place forgotten by time. Mark and Emily exchanged uneasy glances, but their curiosity pushed them forward. As they ventured deeper into the store, the attendant suddenly vanished into thin air, leaving the couple alone in the eerie silence. Panic gripped their hearts, and they desperately searched for an exit, but the store seemed to have transformed into an inescapable labyrinth. Whispers echoed through the aisles, voices disembodied and filled with sorrow. Mark and Emily's fear intensified as they encountered ghostly apparitions, each one seemingly trapped in their own personal purgatory. The tormented spirits reached out, their spectral fingers grazing Mark and Emily's skin, as if pleading for release from their eternal suffering. The couple's desperate cries for help echoed through the haunting silence, but their pleas went unanswered. Time seemed to stretch on endlessly, blurring the boundaries between reality and nightmare. Their sanity teetered on the edge as they struggled to find a way out. Just as hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared in the distance. Mark and Emily followed the faint glow, pushing through the ethereal barriers that confined them. With each step, the oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the store's haunting grip weakened. Finally, they emerged from the darkness, gasping for breath as they found themselves standing outside the now abandoned winding road fuel stop. Their bodies trembled, their minds reeling from the harrowing ordeal they had endured. Mark and Emily vowed never to speak of their encounter, fearing that the mere mention of it would summon the malevolent presence once again. The vanishing attendant became a haunting memory, a tale locked away in the deepest recesses of their minds.
As Sarah sped away from the midnight pump, her heart pounded in her chest, the echoes of the haunting image of the dangling tongue still fresh in her mind. She couldn't shake off the feeling that she had narrowly escaped a malevolent fate. Determined to understand the dark secret that plagued the gas station, Sarah delved into research, spending countless hours in libraries and scouring online forums. She discovered a chilling history of the Midnight Pump, a place where sinister rituals and sacrifices had taken place long ago. Legend had it that the gas station was built upon an ancient burial ground, disturbed by the construction of the pumps and the convenience store. The vengeful spirits of the desecrated souls were said to haunt the premises, seeking retribution for their disturbed resting place. As Sarah dug deeper, she stumbled upon the accounts of past victims who had encountered the Midnight Pump's horrors. Stories of missing persons, unexplained disappearances, and strange occurrences littered the pages. The gas station had become a magnet for the unsuspecting, drawing them in with its mysterious allure, only to claim their souls. Driven by a mix of curiosity and a desire to put an end to the Midnight Pump's malevolence, Sarah returned to the cursed location, armed with knowledge and a determination to break the cycle of darkness. Under the cloak of night, Sarah cautiously stepped out of her car once again, armed with a camera, recording equipment, and protective talismans she had acquired during her research. The air was heavy with an otherworldly energy as she approached the gas station, her heart pounding in anticipation. Inside, the store seemed frozen in time, its shelves stocked with dusty products from a bygone era. The atmosphere was suffocating, as if the souls of the departed were watching her every move. Sarah's hands trembled as she activated her recording devices, capturing any paranormal activity that might occur. Suddenly, a cold breeze swept through the store, extinguishing the flickering lights. Shadows danced on the walls, and a disembodied voice echoed through the aisles, whispering words of warning and despair. Undeterred, Sarah pressed on, determined to confront the dark entity that held the Midnight Pump in its clutches. As she ventured deeper into the gas station, Sarah discovered a hidden chamber concealed beneath the store, a macabre shrine adorned with relics and symbols of ancient rituals. The air grew thick with an oppressive energy, and a sinister presence made its presence known. Before her eyes, the apparition of a tormented soul materialized, its ethereal form twisted and distorted. It reached out, its spectral fingers brushing against Sarah's skin, conveying a sense of anguish and longing. The spirit's mournful gaze seemed to implore her for release from its eternal torment. With a steadfast resolve, Sarah recited ancient incantations she had uncovered in her research, invoking the power of light and protection. The gas station shook as a blinding light enveloped the chamber, banishing the malevolent entity back into the depths from which it had emerged. As the light subsided, Sarah found herself standing alone in the desolate gas station. The oppressive atmosphere had lifted, and a newfound sense of tranquility settled upon the Midnight Pump. The curse had been broken, and the vengeful spirits finally found peace. Word of Sarah's encounter spread, and the Midnight Pump became a cautionary tale, a place whispered about in hushed tones. The gas station was eventually abandoned, left to decay and become a relic of the past. Sarah, forever changed by her harrowing experiences, became an advocate for the supernatural, sharing her story and warning others about the dangers that lurk in the shadows. The haunting at the Midnight Pump served as a reminder that some mysteries are better left undisturbed, and that the line between the living and the dead is thinner than we may ever realize.